We're going from the southernmost point of New Jersey Transit to the northernmost point, using only local buses. What does local mean? No limited access highways. Our nearly 20-hour odyssey begins on a Friday night at Cape May Beach.
It is incredibly vibey here. I love it.
New Jersey Transit fares are notoriously complicated. Jeremy will be paying via the app.
You'll be paying in cash.
And we'll show the craziness of each on this nice
a whiteboard.
Is that all the...
I think that's all the...
Well, we'll turn off this light pollution then.
Yeah.
We hadn't even gotten on the first bus and there was already a snag.
What are you doing wrong?
Oh. Basically, the New Jersey Transit app determines if the zip code you provided in your profile is closer to North Jersey or South Jersey and only shows you those routes. In order to see the other region, you have to change your zip code in your profile. Why?
Now I can go to bus route and zone 313. Oh crap. It doesn't have the zone converter.
Oh, we put in the spreadsheet the zones. We're going to Vineland.
Well, from here to AC is a 7.
I'll check the spreadsheet.
Probably like a 7 or a 9 from Cape May.
Let's see. 13. Jeez.
Yeah, I know. Thank
We
you.
were off, right?
All right. Bam, 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 bam.
Click. Well, that's only 12, Jeremy. Go back. How
One-way
much?
adult, 740. We got it.
Meanwhile, I'll be paying in cash. So New Jersey Transit has two types of routes: full service routes and exact change only routes. Thankfully, our first couple are full service routes. So what that means is I can hand the driver a 20 and they will hopefully make change.
We made our way back toward the bus station and stopped at an Acme for some snacks.
Rolled gold, Is there no Snyder's here?
I don't see any Snyders.
Oh, wait. Rods. Ooh.
There we go.
Oh, rods,
there
yes.
There we go, yes.
Hidden in the mass. Welcome to the Cape May Welcome Center / Transportation Center.
/ former train station.
Looks like the Lanternfly bus is boarding. This adventure begins. What time is it?
Oh, 10:02.
We want to time it? Okay.
Start, because we just pulled out of the transportation center.
Our journey began in a dark, vibey coach bus with seats that reclined.
Oh wow.
We're doing a Wawa counter. That's a Wawa.
Even though it was dark out, we still got some fantastic views coming out of Cape May. We also inexplicably skipped a deviation, so sorry to anyone who wanted to get the bus from Cape May Airport.
Wawa counter 2. We're doing a second counter on this trip, and that's a diner counter. Because New Jersey is the diner capital of the world.
Soon we were once again crossing the marshes to get over to Wildwood.
The tram car, please.
Oh no, it's too bright. It said welcome to the Wildwoods. Here's the amazing neon Wawa.
Most of the riders cleared out at the Wildwood bus station where we had a brief layover.
Ooh, nice one.
Thank you. And the fare is 740.
No.
Transfer.
No override. Keeping things simple for now.
On the way out from Wildwood, we passed 2 more Wawas and 2 more diners.
We are a Wildwood appreciation channel right here. Buy Jackson's Wildwood book.
Link in the description.
Okay.
From Wildwood, it was back onto the mainland.
Now watch this drive.
You can't see it, but the Garden State Parkway is right there. That's gonna be a no from us.
Nice try, Phil Murphy.
We were running a couple minutes early, so we sat outside of a Wawa for a bit, which is probably good because this route only runs 3 times a day. We turned off the main road to go into some very rural areas.
You know, it's a lifeline, I'm sure. I'm sure
Yeah.
there's people in Woodbine that have had to take this bus sometimes.
This is my defense for a statewide transit system, is that you get service to these really rural areas.
Why are we taking such a roundabout route here? Because every other bus from Cape May uses the Garden State Parkway in some capacity.
We are in a serious pine barrens right now, people.
I wouldn't be surprised if we see the Jersey Devil.
We're in a place called Goshen. There's like a little business, couple houses. You can't really see, but it's like marshy out there. There's just nothing.
2 seconds later.
Out here? Really? It's like and yet like North Philly has none.
That was just a wall at the intersection of 2 roads, and there's like a traffic light, and that's the town.
The 313 makes one of my favorite deviations of any bus route ever. And it serves a little town called Woodbine. It actually got people on our trip. It was useful.
Is this an airport?
Maybe. What is it? 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 What is it?
It's a prison.
Ah.
Also, look, corn.
Farmland in itself isn't that exciting. It's like you don't associate New Jersey with farmland, I feel like.
We saw a Wawa and missed a diner, and then a new counter started.
Okay, so right here, we are going right to go left.
This is a jug handle.
The definition of jug handle that we're gonna use is any intersection where you cross it at grade and you have to go right to go left.
We entered civilization again in Millville, which actually has an hourly bus to Philly for most of the day. It also has 2 Wawas and 2 diners.
There's a Denny's. Denny's bills themselves as a diner, but we're not counting it.
There it goes. Goodbye, Lantern Fly bus.
So the driver told us to wait at the street stop.
Pulled out of the stop, and I was like, "You guys gotta go. You're gonna miss it."
It is such a shame that this place is closed.
Tony Soprano's Pizza. I mean, that is like, that sounds almost like a joke bit that you make up. It's the best wings on planet Earth.
For what it's worth, the bus isn't tracking right
It's not
now.
tracking on transit. We checked like the HJD.transit tracker, but that seems very hit or miss.
Let's say hypothetically they dropped the trip,
There's another one in like an hour.
which is honestly kind of impressive given that it's past midnight. How stupid do I look with this whiteboard leaning against me?
Kind of.
Jeremy noted that if it's dropped,
You wouldn't get pizza in Pleasantville.
and that swayed me. The bus is -1 minute late, or
Aw.
early, or I don't
like
It-
it.
it-
Is that a truck?
No, I mean, I see orange. Oh,
But I'm saying I think-
that might be a bus.
Is that a bus or a truck?
I think it's a bus. Slowly zooming.
I think
I think it's a bus.
That's a bus.
I
That's
think
a
it's a
bus.
bus. Okay.
Oh my god.
How's your morale?
Through the roof.
So the driver took my 20 and said he'll give me change when we get closer. I'm gonna have to remember that.
We made it a couple blocks through downtown Violin before I got my change.
The driver blasted the lights on and was like, I got your change. This does not include the transfer. We gotta pay him $1 when we get to Pleasantville,
All right,
and he'll give us
well.
the transfer. All right,
Remember how much this
553.
was.
Nope.
And then transfers.
70 cents.
No override yet. We're supposed to do like this. There's a Via Buena variant of the 553. It appears we're doing that.
I gotta tell you, Jeremy, you're pronouncing that wrong. We're in New Jersey.
Is it Buena?
No.
Buena?
No. Buna.
What?
I found that one out and it just like, my brain shriveled up a little bit.
This decently busy bus took us past a Wawa, a diner, and an old railroad station.
We're here in Mays Landing. This is actually the county seat of Atlantic County, rather. That's part of why this route is like decently frequent, I think, is because it connects Atlantic City to the county seat. Wawa. We're now deviating into the Hamilton Mall. Surprisingly, no one's coming from the mall at 1:30 in the morning.
Really? No way.
We crossed this road at
is a jug
grade,
handle.
and now we're gonna like make the little exit.
This stretch of the route had no fewer than 3 Wawas.
They're all open too, which is kind of great.
We also barely saw a diner as well as
Storybook Land. Oh, is it Storybook Land?
Yeah. Well, that's 2 buses down.
This used to be the train station. It's got amenities. It's got a
Total
very nice like,
amenities.
shelter.
Yeah, a rotund shelter.
it was just before 2 a.m. in Pleasantville, and Johnny D's Pizza closes at 3.
I would like to point out all the Godfather, Sopranos,
Memorabilia.
Goodfellas. This is truly a love letter to the state of New Jersey.
This looks great.
This is awesome. Whoa, why is it so fast?
It's hyper speed.
It's really fast.
It's hyper speed. Get the hot dog.
Can you get through a level?
Yeah.
There you go.
I'm not bad at Pac-Man. The Mrs. Pac-Man cutscene is Pac-Man and Mrs. Pac-Man meeting each other. That's the Pac-Man cutscene. But also it's weird the ghosts turn into like...
The sprite isn't Mrs. Pac-Man. Look, the sprite isn't Mrs.
I'm not bad at Pac-Man.
I think it's time to head back over to the Pleasantville bus terminal.
I have one more. No. Ooh. Whoa.
Wow.
I'll take
Well-
it. What the heck are these hours?
Genuinely though, it looks really cool inside.
5:59. 15 zones.
Wow.
Which is the most of the trip, I believe.
No base fare.
What? Why is that?
We have a transfer. And we're paying a $6.80 override, so a transfer is good for one zone. So we're now paying ostensibly 14 zones, but with a discounted 70-cent base fare instead of like $1.60.
So we saved, what, 90 cents?
Something like that. And of course, the override must be paid in cash only.
You can't pay on the app
Correct.
for this trip. Even though Jeremy is the official app payer, he still had to bring a bunch of cash to pay for these overrides. 559 Lakewood, we're taking it all the way up.
All the way.
We're heading out after maybe 3 minutes of bartering.
Even though the 559 is supposed to be a full-service route, this driver didn't have any change, so I had to scrounge up some small bills to pay my override.
I can totally see sleeping on this.
We gotta be awake for diners and Wawas.
I know.
Is that sand out there? Look at that, a non-super Wawa. That's a classy building. So this is kind of our one little cheat.
We're crossing the Bullock River in Garden State Parkway. We're only up for one exit. The next exit we get off.
The road dumps you onto the highway. There are no local alternatives.
We looked on Google Maps. It's also kind of mandatory.
I mean, it's a big river.
Returning to local roads, we picked someone up outside of a Wawa.
I feel like we have to acknowledge the fact they're on a bus in the middle of nowhere at 3:22 a.m. I mean, it's just amazing that this bus exists. Is that a diner? No, that's a casino. That's okay.
Okay, apparently it's actually a restaurant that calls itself a casino that serves diner food but isn't a diner. So hopefully that clears that up.
Yep.
Wow. Two ships crossing the dark night.
Ooh, old school Wawa.
Original Wawa.
Love to see it.
A couple more Wawas and a diner. What else is new? Oh yeah, gamer lights.
Cool water view that you can't see as usual. This whole trip is just Wawas.
Oh, wow.
Old school diner.
Oh, wow, that was really cool.
Wait, wow.
It's awesome.
Oh, and boats. The bus is kind of filling up. There's like 4 people on it now. Look at this. This is like a converted old school one into a super Wawa.
We passed another Wawa and another diner before entering Tom's River.
This is the entirety of the Tom's River Park and Ride. It's a huge lot. Now that we're in Tom's River, I guess we're in Central Jersey officially.
It exists.
Fools.
There was one more Wawa and one more diner before a billboard in Hebrew told us that we were getting close to
Lakewood Terminal. Oh,
Here's a ticket machine.
I don't remember how many zones we're going.
Pick by destination.
Old Bridge,
Old Bridge.
139. Okay.
Is that the right fare? No. 525.
What?
That's not.
The machine is giving us a different amount from what we wrote, but the map on the route doesn't show zone boundaries. So it doesn't let you just pick by zone. There's like a million old bridges.
Oh,
is this gonna be the right one? 525, that's what we said, right?
Yes.
Okay, great.
We actually get to see a nice ticket.
Save $, buy a pass. No.
And I had to change my zip code back to 10024.
We're now in North Jersey, according to NJT. Although the 139 appears on both. All of the prices are different in the north.
Including transfers, which are now 75 cents. Not
Instead of 70.
It's more convenient to pay. It's just 3/4.
So we're now in North Jersey. How many zones are we going?
7.
Oh, so we can see here how the price is different. Because we went 7 zones here and it was 480. Now we're going 7 and it's 525 because, you know, New Yorkers are richer than
No transfer.
South Jersey people, I guess.
No override.
Why is there no transfer?
Because this is going to be a 3-hour layover at a shop right in Old Bridge.
Wow. Okay. It's so tantalizing that this bus is going all the way to New York. Goodbye, Lakewood Bus Terminal. It was nice to have an indoor place to wait for
Like AC and everything.
20 minutes.
We were considering spending more time in Lakewood, but given that the town is heavily Orthodox Jewish and it was a Saturday morning, everything was closed. Also, here are some more Wawas.
I think this counts.
Howell Parking Ride.
Oh, it's kind of nice. There's even ticket machines,
Wow.
really?
Oh my god.
Cape May doesn't have ticket machines. This
Wait.
parking ride does. So this driver, every stop, all the lights come on. Sucks. Another Wawa. Diner.
We deviated to the old train station in Freehold, which is now the bus station. Also, there were a couple more diners and...
Miles is employing his Greyhound strategy when the lights go on.
I just don't want to blind myself. I mean, I guess we have to add another point. Here's the eponymous jug handle. There's a shelter at the jug handle stop.
In the jug handle.
What do you know? Our old friends.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What? Okay. This whole shot's completely out of focus.
Oh,
We're in a jug handle. We're here for the next 3 hours.
We had to watch the sunrise here. There's more stars than I would expect you could see here.
This is because the 8:18 bus, which we're connecting to, is every 2 hours on Saturdays.
And it only starts at
9
a.m. Jesus Christ. Oh, look, it's got the no walkie walks. I wouldn't want to.
Of all places to have one, there's a bus lane here. Well, at least it's a vintage shop, right? This is the coldest it's been. Like, we've been on the shore, and somehow here,
Got a lot of
breath.
This sucks.
Note that the high of 73. Like, when it gets hot in the afternoon, we're gonna be dying because we have long pants.
Oh, yacht coach.
This is the worst part of staying up all night, is when it starts to become daylight again. It's jet lag, you can't tell because there's no faces. There we go. Folks, it's 7:01 a.m. ShopRite is officially open. Man, it's warm in here. There's a whole designated pretzel aisle.
They have roll gold.
Rolled
They don't
gold.
have Snyder's.
Okay, it turns out it's the next aisle over. There's the Snyder's mother load. This is every...
Look at the Snyder's itty bitty me.
Oh, they had the pretzel rings. This is amazing.
Oh, it's cold again.
It's daylight. How is it still cold? We got some more Snyder's. I got a pair.
I got some like
some bars and some waters.
I'm gonna transfer them over to my big water.
You need to pay an override to do that. To kill time, we're walking to where the 8:18 begins, because this is the second stop. Safe corridor. Well, I feel safe. We're continuing our journey through nondescript residential suburb. You can still hear the din of the highway even now that we're like deep into the subdivision.
Anyone ever tries to tell you that like trains are really loud and rackety?
Yeah. You always gotta have that one house in your neighborhood that goes all out. There's always one.
It's here.
When's it leave?
Like 9:05.
Oh, we have like 36 minutes to observe it. This is our first non-coach bus.
Yes, and it's our first exact fare route, which we'll explain in a minute.
We have to write this text smaller so we can fit all the routes in.
Which is a one zone, right?
A one zone trip. There's no override yet.
No override yet.
The other quirk about this route, the driver doesn't make change. It says on the bus, operator has no money. So therefore, we needed to take some desperate measures here. Need $2.35 for this?
Yes.
I hope I have enough quarters. 1, 2. I'm not very good at this. So $75 to 25 now, $2.35. So we use the dime. There we go.
And I need 75 cents for my transfer.
Okay. 1, 2, 3.
Thank you.
The bus has started. This is our first non-coach bus, and these seats are arguably more comfortable than the coach bus ones. We have a beautiful receipt plus transfer. Oh, will they accept that?
Probably. I don't think they're gonna care.
Well, that looks familiar. The bus has to make a U-turn here, and to do so, it does a very nice jug handle.
It was hard to stay awake in these endless suburbs. The only thing keeping us going was our counters.
Is it abandoned? Another jug handle?
With stuff in the middle.
Oh my god.
If your mall parking lot is being used for school bus storage, you probably have a dead mall on your hands.
That was a loud one.
Thank you. Oh, another one in the middle of a jug handle. Goodbye, 818. So the reason we had to come out here is because all the other routes that head north in that ShopRite take the highway. So we're kind of going around so we can skip out on that, obviously. We're walking down the lovely Prigmore Street to get to our next bus, which we have like an hour until. It's the Colonial Diner restaurant.
We were running on literally no sleep. Diner food hit the spot.
I'm happy we were able to stop for that.
We've taken, the 10-minute walk from the diner to the stop. It's got a shelter, as usual.
No fare. I lost my transfer. I believe I left it at the diner.
Well, that's your own fault.
It is a $1 and 55-cent override.
The bus is right on time. We're on the 8:15, same driver.
He came around from the 8:18 and he was like, you again? And we're like, yeah, we're going to Perth Amboy.
So-
he waved Miles on. Miles hated the
I
transfer.
tried to give him the override money. He's like, no, I don't care. Cheesequake Road.
I think it might be Chesapeake. Because I know on the Garden State Parkway. Oh, it is
She said
It
Cheesequake.
is Cheesequake.
Folks, it happens.
We missed a Wawa.
We had to do a weird U-turn to serve a park and ride, but South Amboy had some nice housing stock. We served South Amboy's lovely downtown and train station before crossing the Rowden River on the non-highway, arguably leaving Central Jersey and entering North Jersey.
We've got our first traffic jam of the trip.
I want cars to get out of here.
It's the Superior Diner. Oh, it's hot now. Thank
Look at the station though.
you. It's nice. I think we have like 20 minutes till our bus. On the 48.
4 zones, which is the maximum you can ride on this bus. This is only a 380 trip. We get a 75-cent transfer.
So
Next one's gonna be the most
455.
annoying override.
See that train? That's gonna get to where going, but it'll be way too fast. So we're gonna take that bus.
Mega padded seats.
Oh, they're so squishy. Look at that building. That's really cool. All of a sudden, things are urban, like totally urban.
I love that. I love how quick the transition was. See across the water there?
That's Staten Island.
So close to New York.
And
Yeah.
that's Jeremy.
What?
We were in this nice, dense neighborhood, but you know, New Jersey's got a New Jersey. Look at this highway interchange we had to go around next to the Outer Bridge crossing.
Do you know why it's called the Outer Bridge Crossing?
Isn't it named after a guy?
Henry Eugenius Harvey Outer Bridge.
If this video is a love letter to New Jersey, then we have to talk about how every New Jersey town needs a water tower.
And they all have their like logo and seal or some fun like design on it.
You know what New Jersey's motto should be?
What?
All roads lead to Strodes.
That's really good. Yeah.
That's what this is now.
New Jersey. All roads lead to Stroud's.
Oh, there's a diner way down there.
We passed through downtown Woodbridge, saw some disco stripes, and the driver got a little lost.
I think we might have overshot our turn. Here we go.
Skillful bus driver.
Yeah.
Honestly. We were just like teaming through Woodbridge. That was really nice, and then just the most like star possible across the landscape.
Horrible. Overshot.
The bus made its way through the borough of Carteret, which had a nice new build downtown.
Burger Express with a train logo. Central Jersey Medical Center? We are not in
That is
Central
a
Jersey.
bold statement.
We are in North Jersey.
Rahway had a nice downtown, but it was soon back to the Strodes. We also saw the last Wawa of the trip. Can diners pull ahead? Vote now on your phones. Hey, 1 point for diners.
Coming into Elizabeth, I love how it has a little skyline. Well, now we're very much in the city.
Wow. 59, which appears to be like we're gonna like jump a trip, but I don't think it nets us any time.
No base fare. Yes, transfer.
And then the most annoying override, like genuinely possible. 95 cents.
Yeah. 59 in Newark.
The 59 was the busiest bus we had been on all day, and that's because we were in an actual city now. Look at this, there's a beautiful park across the street from some old school apartment buildings right next to single family houses.
Mixed housing, it's a good thing.
It actually ruins the character of the neighborhood.
We're in the area of articulated buses. We won't get to ride one, sadly.
We were making good time through downtown Newark, which meant that we had a chance to get the previous trip on the 11 and the one we were intending to get.
We're starting our loopy-loop around this park.
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, we're ahead of schedule. We're getting a previous 11.
It's gonna give us an extra like half hour at the mall to get like food and like use the bathroom. Like
I've never been so excited to go to a mall. Here it comes, 111 early.
3 zones, no transfer though. Transfers aren't valid from intrastate to interstate routes.
Even though we're taking it to Warwick, not New York City,
Doesn't matter.
it's still interstate. There's the Plaza Diner.
The hills we would eventually end up in loomed ahead as the bus traveled through some pretty nice North Jersey urbanism.
This used to be the Lackawanna like terminus in Montclair before they connected the lines.
That's cool.
It was abandoned in like 81 or something.
There was lots of traffic in downtown Montclair and the bus was busy. But once we turned off Bloomfield Ave, things got a lot more suburban. At least there was a diner. We didn't film much on this trip because it was just a slog at this point.
I just want to get to the mall.
One thing of note was that the bus passed through Singac, which was where the legendary Mountain View Diner Company was based.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Only one route left, but it comes in an hour.
That hour gave us time to have dinner at the mall food court and do our last whiteboard session.
197 IS Interstate 1075. No transfer, no override. Last one.
Jeremy hit a snag where the app assumes an interstate ticket is only from New York City rather than from New Jersey to Warwick, so we had to improvise.
I'm gonna buy this ticket and I think the driver will be like, okay.
This is very exciting. Oh, is it gonna kill me? The operator was like, I'll give you change when you get there.
It's another one of those.
But I did get a nice quarter, so I'll get the bills when we arrive.
Just want to point out the mall was so close to a Wawa. Close, but no cigar.
We are in the autumnal business park right now.
It was funny going through these mundane suburbs knowing that the route was going to get really scenic soon.
It's a water tower and a diner that you might not be able to see very well because of the sun. There's a dam. I got my finger in that shot.
Oh no.
We went by another diner and then the scenery really started to get, park and ride. And then the scenery really started to get great.
It's just so cool rounding these curves and this massive coach
Like
bus.
bearing down cars.
West Milford was the last major town we'd see before leaving New Jersey.
So of course there's strip malls everywhere. The Sit Chat Diner.
I love that.
That's
such
amazing.
a great name. You can get here by
It's
transit.
amazing. We've moved to the right side of the bus to get the shots of Greenwood Lake as it shows up. Oh my gosh.
I was tired before, but that kind of woke me all up.
Okay, goodbye New Jersey. Also, this bus is still pretty busy. Like, that's the other amazing thing. I think we've reached the top of the lake here. There it is.
Even with the lake behind us, we still got to see this charming country store, a park and ride, and a really funny stop name.
It's a little hard to see. There's an amazing vista back there.
You'll get it in a second. There's like a clearing up here.
Okay. Oh.
We had to serve one more park and ride, and then we headed into the lovely downtown of Warwick, New York.
Jeremy has the stopwatch ready. Oh man.
There we go. 19
hours, 43 minutes, and 17 seconds to go from the southernmost point on NJT to the northernmost point.
That's awesome.
Oh man.
All right, Miles. What are your final thoughts now having slept a few hours on the bus back to New York?
This goes to show that New Jersey is a very diverse state.
We legitimately saw like farmland, cities, and everything in between. We went from quite literally like marshes to mountains, and we did it for less than $50.
There's a bus system that can get you between those places. I feel like a good takeaway from this is like, if you run good bus service, even to like really suburban death places like certain parts of New Jersey, people will use them.
And I feel like it says that, you know, New Jersey is an awesome state that you can legitimately like get kind of anywhere on their statewide public transit, which I think cannot be said for really any other state.
Yeah.
So what should you know if you decide to go on this trip? You'll see more Wawas than diners.
Warwick's just 200 miles from Cape May, but these bus-loving freaks found the least efficient way. It'll take them 20 hours if they don't get stuck, because they can't use highways. So Dwight Eisenhower, get